Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens. It is sitting right now anywhere from 6 to 7. So there is still a full touchdown available on the Ravens, or I should say on the Falcons, if you wanted to take the points, all the way down to 6 at a couple of the books out there on the Ravens. 35.5 is your total. Steven, we know this is going to be a Huntley game here for the Ravens, and this is going to be Desmond Ridder's first start on the road. It is also outdoors. It is also, hey, look, it is, against a Ravens defense that has played much better as of late. The Ravens had to put Devin Duvernay on IR. They had to sign Sammy Watkins, if that tells you anything as to what they need to do with this wide receiving core, if you even want to call it that. I don't want to play a side here. I know this seems like I keep beating the drum for these unders, even on these low totals, but the Falcons didn't trust Desmond Ridder last. Well, how about this? I should say they either didn't trust him or they're trying to really ease him into the NFL, because I don't know how much of that game you guys watched. I was just trying to watch to see what we were going to get in Ridder. There were several third downs at distance where they ran the ball. They didn't even throw the ball. They didn't even let him throw the ball on 3rd and 7s and 8s and 9s and stuff like that or whatever. It's so you get a Huntley offense that probably is going to be pretty inefficient. You got a Falcons offense that's been inefficient all season long as it is anyway now, with a rookie quarterback making his second start. I don't know how many points are going to be scored in this thing. Another one of the games where we're starting to get more cold, a little bit more wind as well. It's an under or pass for me, though. It's not in the account.
I was going to reconvene the Atlanta Falcons betting commission after the three of us got on them last week and came to a consensus, but that was when I was taking my notes for the podcast, and the line was 7.5 with Tyler Huntley as the favored quarterback. That was a ton. So the best of the numbers gone at this point. What had me on the fence and why I didn't lock it in is because despite the fact that the Falcons have been extremely efficient running the ball, more than 200 yards rushing last week, almost 6 yards a pop running the ball. Now it's a matchup situation for them against the Ravens, who are number 6 on the season in rush D success rate. Since week 9, they are number 1 in rush D by EPA per play, number 2 in rush D by success rate. If you take that away from the Falcons, they literally have nothing else on offense or defense. So that's why I pumped the brakes and couldn't pull the trigger. But based on the line movement, maybe I made a bad decision.
Adam, I guess we should mention you could do an untraditional teaser leg in the Ravens and take the 6.5 down to, basically a pick 'em or something like that. Or again, as always, plug in the money lines to see, if you just get a better number by doing a money line parlay as opposed to a teaser leg whenever you're doing these kind of non-traditional teasers. That is at least an option, I guess, from the Ravens. What say you in this one?
Yeah, I'm not in love with doing the teaser in that spot. If you believe that the Ravens are going to win this game, do you think that the Ravens are winning this game by a field goal? If you don't think they're winning this game by a field goal, then I don't know. I think the news that Lamar is out, that just came out officially, is probably going to push this thing down. You might still find a 6. If you find a 6, then I think you play the 6. 6.5, I understand where you have some level of concern, but I'm with you, Matt, in that this is under all day long. And it is under all day long because I did watch Desmond Ridder last week, because I had a bet on Desmond Ridder last week, and I don't know how in the world that bet came home, right? I had Atlanta plus 4.5, and the fact that game ended on 3 was just stunning to me, and I was glad to just get out of it with that. But Desmond Ridder looked terrible. Desmond Ridder looked indecisive. He didn't look confident. The throws weren't there. He had a little bit of chemistry with Drake London, but that was about it. And so, yeah, you move him against a better defense in Baltimore. I don't see how Atlanta scores, 10?
Right.
13? Maybe?
Right.
That's about as much as I can
That's
say.
true. That might even be an angle. Maybe just a team total under.
Yeah.
On Atlanta in this one, right? And just take all the other factors out of play and just say hey, look, I don't believe that you can score very many points in this.
You also have 15 mile an hour, sustained 15 mile an hour winds in this thing. So, you're going to moving Younghoe Koo outside. So even less confidence in their ability to score field goals.
Yeah, you did mention the one thing to bring up, though, that Drake London, if you want to believe that carries over at all, Desmond Ridder did throw to him 11 times. He got 11 targets in that game. So like he's locked on to Drake London. So there is at least that. Maybe, a receptions prop or something like that from London maybe could be a way that you want to look at this game as well.